5:30, opening day for bird season. My buddy Steve's here. Let's do this. You ready? Gage is driving.
That's a pretty funky camera.
Pick that up. Might have been that wasn't that late of a night. It was more beer than that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna need that. Yeah, gonna need those. Just a wee bit foggy this morning.
She's a little too thick here and it's not the right trees.
Well, this road right here, I've killed 100 when I was a kid, just walking this stretch.
A tree fell when I was up at 108 mile marker. I pushed the tree to the road, the side of the road. Come back an hour later, there's 4 of them sitting underneath the tree.
Yeah, no, this is a great spot. Anywhere from here back, it's full of birds, but there's just so many leaves still on right now that they're going to be hard to see unless they're right out on the road. I was just telling Steve that along this road there's always moose tracks. We look down and there's a fresh one right there. Came out and went right back in. But there's a good chance we're heading down to the river. We might see a moose this morning. So Steve and I are walking one of the better roads I like to hit. And of course we get halfway in here, there's a truck parked on the side, 2 sets of prints. This road dead ends down here, about 800 meters down here. So I told him we're gonna run into 2 other guys, no doubt. The only 4 guys up with the sun this morning to go bird hunting, we end up on the same trail. It's just the way it is, right? So I just bringing Steve down to show him the river. This is where we do a lot of moose hunting back in this area. And we snowmobile out onto this river and head down there. There's a couple of lakes full of speckled trout that we ice fish in the winter. It's a nice spot though, eh?
Beautiful spot.
Well, I proved it that there's birds on this road. We ran into those guys in front of us and they got one. Shot right in front of us. Steve's like, ah, man. I'm like, yeah, that's my luck. Happens every year. Whew, got a good sweat on now. An hour and a half walk in there. Guys in front of us got 1 bird. We didn't even see any, so we're gonna try again. I got a dozen spots I can show Steve. Sun's just coming up now, really, so. See the foxhole on the side of the hill there?
No, I missed it.
We keep seeing guys parked on the main road out here. There's a lot more traffic today than I would have thought. But real men drive their trucks down the 4-wheeler trails. That's what I told Steve. Gonna go in about a mile straight up the mountain here, and then we'll do another hike at the top. If there's no trees down on the trail and I can get in. All right, this is plan D. I told Steve I'm running out of territory here. We'll try this one. Hopefully there's nobody down here already. I think there's actually more guys hunting birds now than there used to be when I was a kid. You'd go when I was a kid and you'd go weeks without running into somebody in the bush. I mean, it is opening day today, but it's been crazy. Every little road that I told Steve, oh, there's gonna be nobody here, there's somebody there. So, but this one is empty, so, and it's a good road for birds too, so I told him we got to get something for this video. Like, it's like the rest of Gary's hunting videos. Gonna come up empty-handed. Okay. There's a bird here somewhere. We heard him. He just fluttered not very far. Well, opening day has been a bit of a bust in terms of finding a place with no people, so I brought Steve to the one place I could guarantee him we're not going to run into people, and that's our 160-acre farm. We're in behind Grant's house right now, walking the old trails. They need to be cleaned. Probably been 1940s was the last time these trails were actually cut, but it's really good for birds in here. There's moose, there's deer. Never know what we'll see. The only thing I guarantee we won't see is other people. Hopefully. Oh yeah, pretty packed down right here. So when Steve and I pulled into Grant's yard, we looked up the road, which is where the main four-wheeler trail goes through this property. We saw a bear ran out onto the road and back into our side. And then my brother said, yeah, there's a mother and 3 cubs in there. So that's why we're taking this trail, which is not used as well. Hopefully we don't run into her, but I'd love to run into a moose just to say we saw one today.
We can cut this way.
Oh, bird just took off in front of us on the trail. Keep looking, there might be more. The other one flew up that way. Hey, we finally got one. And the funny thing is, we just walked down this trail 5 minutes ago, didn't see or hear any birds, and we come back and there's 3 of them right here on the trail. That's always the way it is. The good guide spots the birds and then tells his buddy, you go in front. Oh, it's opening day. I got lots of time to get all the ones I want. Let Steve get a couple. Then I feel like I've done my job, right? I tried so hard this morning. I brought him to my best places and we only saw 2. So I was like, man, I can't believe we only saw 2. So it's nice that he actually got one. He had a shot at another one too, but I think he needs his eyes checked. I don't know. Well, Steve says he put up 2 more. So that's 6 we saw today. There's just a lot of leaves on right now. There's a lot of cover and you don't see them until it's too late. That's the problem this time of year. Okay, you gotta drop it if you want me to throw it. Here. Sit. Give you guys a little bit of an update tonight. I went on a trip with my cousin fishing the other day and we had the GoPro. As you guys know, it's been a few years since I've bought a GoPro, but the 6 and 7, I had both of them, were terrible. and I've struggled for years to get any good action camera footage. So I vowed never again would I buy a GoPro. And this last trip I did the other day, trout fishing with my cousin, was kind of like the final straw. Every time I would press record, the GoPro would record for like 2 minutes or less and then turn itself off. And yes, guys, I've been through 6 different memory cards. I've tried different batteries. Nothing worked. The GoPro 7 that I bought from day one, I swear there was something wrong with it. And it just never worked. And it was enough to turn me off of ever buying a new GoPro, because when I went on the forums online, the guys were saying that the new GoPros were still having these problems. Now, they actually came out with a new set of batteries. After they released the 6 and 7, I think it was for the GoPro 8. They all used the same battery, but the 8 came out with one to address the problem with cold temperatures. And guess what, guys? I live in Canada, so 7 months of the year, it's cold up here, 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. The GoPros never worked. Go to put it on your snow machine or on your helmet while you're out snowmobiling, wouldn't work. The other day, it was 22 degrees. Like, we're, end of summer here, and the GoPro still didn't work. So it wasn't a temperature thing. It's not a memory card thing. I had 3 different batteries, all GoPro batteries, no third-party batteries here. The thing still wouldn't work. I looked at my cousin and I said, I'm throwing this in the garbage when I get home tonight. So he actually said, give it to me. He said, I'll play around with some different memory cards, see if I can get it working, and he's going to keep it, and I wished him luck. The footage that we got from it, guys, I did manage to save some footage from the day. It's in the trout fishing video, and it does make a huge difference in what you're presenting in a video, right? You've got a point of view perspective. We've got underwater releasing trout, things that you just can't get with any other cameras. So that right there was enough for me to say, I'm buying a new action camera. And I want to thank all of you guys who support the channel. We had $300 and some in the coffers. I can't remember the last thing we bought. It was the camcorder. We put the money that we had in there for the camcorder. So anyway, DJI Action 5 goes on sale this week. Do we need that? No, we don't. So the DJI Action 4 is on sale because the 5 is being released. I have actually ordered the 4. The Adventure Combo cost me $369 American or $500 Canadian, and that comes with 3 extra batteries, a selfie stick, some extra release plates. They've got a really cool magnetic system. And then I actually bought a metal housing for it, and some screen covers, and like I spent another $100 on some accessories. But guys, every video I've watched on the Action 4 impresses me. The video quality is crazy. You can do 4K 120, 4K 60. It's basically like the same camera that we have in the drone, but it's in an action body, right? And I'm going to start incorporating more of the action footage into our adventures, especially like the metal detecting, walking the trails. If I can put this, on my pack sack facing backwards, the stabilization on these little cameras is amazing. So I'm so looking forward to this, and I'm actually quite happy with the decision to not go with the newest release. So you guys should be proud of me. I want to thank all of you guys that support the channel, because we had $300 in the account, and as you guys know, I put everything that we get in terms of donations back into the channel, and that's what we're buying, is the Action 4. So I won't talk about it anymore until we get it, and then you guys will see it. We'll probably take it metal detecting to start with, and I'll just put it on my shoulder strap on the pack sack, and we'll start adding some wide angle as we're walking through the bush, as we're digging, things like that, just to spice up the videos a little. And I'm excited. We'll see what happens.